Okay, in this video, we're going to try these try now questions together. So hopefully you tried them already. When you're watching the videos, you can pause it and then try it yourself and then play the video and see whether or not you're matching what I'm doing. So over here, we've got these guys here and they both have their own denominator. That means both of the terms 6x n minus 2 have a 5 on the bottom. Here we have 4 minus 5x and both of them are sitting on a 2. Okay, you don't have to rewrite it. I'm going to rewrite it because it pictures better to me if I do this. Minus 2 over 5 equals 4 over 2 minus 5x over 2. So I do them each with their own denominator so I can see what's being multiplied. You don't have to do this step if you don't want. If you don't mind it over the 2 terms over one number, that's okay. That means that this one, so I get rid of brackets first. So usually I try to get rid of, for all of these guys, it's going to be the brackets first, if there are any. And then 2 would be lowest common denominator. Lowest common denominator. The lowest common denominator for this one is going to be 10. So I'm going to multiply this by 2 and this by 5. So whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Okay, you could have just done 2 times both of these. So you could have done 2 and then distribute it, and then 5, and then distribute like that. That's okay. Okay, so you know that they both have the same, so you can do it on top. A lot of people like to have it separate so that it just looks cleaner that way. So I'm going to rewrite it, 12x, and then that's over 10 now, minus, and that's 4 over 10, 2 times 2. Lining up my equal signs as best I can here, it's 20 over 10. Put the minus here, and that's 25x over 10. Now one more time, there are no equal signs here, so no equal signs here. Okay, so not on this side because you already have it in the middle. So we're trying to line up the equal signs here in the middle as best as we can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try to, but no equal signs on the left. It's like a run-on sentence. You can't have double equal signs. Then, because the denominators are the same, right? That's the step where you can dump now the denominator. So you're going to go 12x minus 4 equals 20 minus 25x. And I know people said about skipping steps. We'll skip steps later on. In grade 9, we want you to be able to show the proper steps. This year is mostly about trying to make sure you're writing the steps properly so we don't have to address this again in the next grades up. Okay, so once the steps are established, then we can skip some steps later on. But for now, I want you to write the steps. For grade 9 steps, it's all about the process. It's not about the answers. If you get the right answer, that doesn't matter. Matters a little. Half a mark. But other than that, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you cannot just go for the answers. This year, it's all about process. So these two here have x's, and I want them on one side. Doesn't matter to the left or the right. So if I hop over this equal sign, then it has to become the opposite. So I guess I'll move this one over here, over the equal sign. Then I have two terms with just numbers. These two here, if I want them all on one side, not the same side as the equals, I gotta hop this one over. The arrows you do not have to show. That is not part of your answer. That's your brain thinking that it hopped over an equals. So 12x stayed where it was. It didn't move. 25 has to hop over the equals, so it becomes plus 25x. Put the equals. 20 stayed where it was, so stays where it is. This negative 4 hops over, and it becomes plus 4. You do not have to show the circling and the arrows. This is the line you put. This becomes 37x, and that adds to 24. Then to get rid of the 37 in front of the x, we divide both sides by 37. That cancels out to be 1. And then you're left with 1x equals 24 over 37. If you can reduce it, reduced improper fractions. Okay, no decimals. No decimals. Okay, so leave it like that. That's gorgeous. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Okay, let's try it again. We've got, this is 2x, and it's over 8. This is negative 3 minus x. Okay, all over 6. This negative, And as you've seen before in the previous sections, I think it was section 4.2, a negative outside, this is actually like two terms. It's not like two terms, it is two terms. So you have to distribute that in. So even though that's not a bracket, you have to treat it like it is because that negative has to go into both of the terms. On the other page, I mentioned it's because it's this. Two terms are over the 6, but those two terms also get the negative. So I'm going to break this apart, and I'm going to bring the negative 3, put it over 6, and the negative makes it positive x, and put that over its own 6. So one more time. These two terms are both over 6. That usually makes sense, right? So both of them are over 6. But both of these terms also get the negative in front. So see how this negative is in front of that whole line? It means it applies to both of those terms. So this, again, we're going to start. We started on the other page as well. This is tricky. Negative 3, negative makes it positive x. Okay? Then we're going to look at the lowest common. Between 8 and 6, the lowest common, I start with the bigger guy. So lowest common, I start with that 8, double it, 16, no, triple it, 24. So I start with the bigger one and I keep going up from there. So 24, so my lowest common denominator would be 24. So this would be multiplied by 3, and this would be multiplied by 4. Don't go to the highest amount. I don't want 48. Don't just multiply them. Again, this is a method that I want you to learn for future grades of math. If you use 48, but you reduce your answer and get the right answer, you're still going to lose some process marks because you didn't find the lowest common denominator. You found a common denominator, but it's not the lowest. So if you went to 48, you're still going to lose marks, okay, even if you get to the right answer. So one more time, lowest common denominator, not any denominator. And here, this is like distributing into a bracket. So even though there was no bracket in the original question, that minus goes across both of them. This connector is connecting both. Okay, so then let's do the next step. 2x times 3 is 6x over 24 equals, see, one more time, I'm lining up my equals in the middle, no equals on the left side. So minus 12 over 24 plus 4 times x, 4x over 24. They're all over the same denominator, so now we can dump the denominator. Okay, and again, for students who want to skip steps, not this year. This year is all about process. Okay, because you're going to lose process marks for future years if you skip these steps and if you show improper steps. So this is all about steps. So here I've got 6x and a 4x. I want them on one side of the equal sign and the term with no x's, no variable on the other. So I'm going to move this guy over, and I'm showing that arrow because it crossed the barrier. So I'm going to go 6x, positive 4x becomes minus 4x, equals, and keeps this here. 6x minus 4x is 2x, equals negative 12. Divide both sides by 2, and you've got, cross side off, it's 1, x equals negative 6. Do not write, so don't write not negative 12 over 2. No. You want to reduce it, and not negative 6 over 1, right? So always reduce, right? So not. You would reduce it to an integer if you can possibly do that. I'm going to stop the video there and do another video for C and D.